What did he say, Alex?
Yeah, John, just got off the phone with Charlie Ergen. I want to comment on something that Christina said because I think it's important. So Dish has been accumulating the spectrum for about 2 years, and Charlie has gotten a reputation for sort of this deal buster. Well, remember, it's not that Charlie's doing this for the fun of it. Maybe he does think it's fun. He's that type of guy. But really, these two deals, Metro PCS and T-Mobile, and Softbank and Sprint, went down in October of last year. Well, it took Dish a long time to get approval from the FCC for the spectrum that it bought almost 2 years ago, even a little bit more now. So basically, Ergen's hands were tied. He needed to get approval for that spectrum before he could take the steps to get into the wireless business. So that's part of why this has taken so long. So now Charlie's in a situation where two deals had already tied up, and he has to be the deal buster. So he hopes that this new offer is a sweet enough bid that the shareholders who already accepted a bid with SoftBank, the Sprint shareholders I'm talking about, will now turn around and say, you know what, this new Dish Sprint offering, not only is it more financially acceptable for me and potentially lucrative, but it's also more transformative. And that's where Charlie Ergen really is stepping up the rhetoric here. He says, look, SoftBank wants to buy a 70% share of Sprint. But basically, Sprint's going to be the same old wireless company it used to be. What the new Dish Sprint can be is a mobile video platform that doesn't exist today. He says, look, if you look at DirecTV or Comcast or Time Warner Cable, they'll deliver you video to the home. They won't deliver you video out of the home in that same integrated way where a mobile network and a TV provider combined would be able to do so. So that he used the example of watching the Masters. You may have been watching the Masters in your home this weekend. Well, let's say you had to go out of the house and go get a cup of coffee or walk down to the beach or wherever you may live. You could keep watching that Masters. And you can do that today with technology called Sling that Dish also owns, but it's not so easy. So that's sort of the integrative aspect of this that this new company could potentially offer.
Before we go, I want to get a couple of more questions in. Price is another factor here. I mean, for the average consumer, they want a good deal, and he did give you a hint on what he'd be looking to do for customers going forward.
Right. So right now, operators will charge you an extra $10, say, per device that you hook onto your data cap plan. So if I want to add an iPad, say, I have to pay an extra $10 a month. Charlie says, we won't make you pay that extra $10 a month. It's no extra charge to us. And we have so much spectrum that actually there's no bandwidth capacity for us. So we want you to use our data. We want you to hook up all of those devices in your home and watch our video product that way. So that's a competitive advantage he has.
If this deal now doesn't go through, all the focus will be on it happening. If it doesn't happen, and this is a company that admittedly has had an issue with holding on to subscribers just in the good old-fashioned video format, what happens to Dish?
Dish is put back in the position where it has been for the past several months or maybe even years, where maybe they turn to T-Mobile. We did report that story on Friday, that they had informally talked to T-Mobile about some sort of partnership or potentially a merger. Or maybe they end up back in square one with a lot of valuable spectrum that they just end up selling. Those are really the three options at this point, I'd say. Sprint, T-Mobile, sell the spectrum.